Look, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they've got a player skyrocketing up the depth chart that frankly wasn't expected at the beginning of the year. Actually, he wasn't even on the team at the beginning of the year. This wasn't luck. This was not stealing a game. This was the Pittsburgh Steelers performing up to expectations defensively that that I had coming into this season. Play good defense, win a gritty game. So I'll get to the player. This is a week after only playing special teams last week. You guys know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Jabril Peppers. The guy not only started with this secondary that needed a lot of help, a lot of injuries, but he actually played 60% of the defensive snaps. So on top of that, he moved around a bit, living up to his versatility reputation. I mean, he was playing in the base formation. He was actually in nickel packages as well. Just a really nice complementary piece, and he did what he's known for. The guy was intense. The guy had a nose for the ball, and he was really incremental in this win. And also, you're looking at Cole Holcomb. He had his hands in this victory as well. These were the two players that I profiled leading into this game. Not to pat myself on the back, but yeah, nice job, Sean. Anyways, I'm just being an idiot here. So Peppers, he was given the start in the win, and why this is more significant is who didn't start. And I'm talking about Juan Thornhill. He was a player that I believe was a really good addition to this team, but if you look at this last game, who deserves the starting position? It is undeniably Jabril Peppers, and hopefully the coaching staff is seeing what we saw. It's just really good. I mean, Thornhill, if you look at the last two games of the season, the Steelers, they struggled against the pass, and Thornhill was particularly a problem there, allowing 295 passing yards in their loss against the Seahawks. That's just absolutely ridiculous. But let's look at why this defense really dominated. And this is with multiple personnel changes, and that's really the shot in the arm that this defense required. Jabril Peppers, he spent the previous season with the past week's opponent, the Patriots, and he was unexpectedly released. There was some legal difficulty that has since been cleared up. And for the Steelers, this move immediately paid off. Market impact, because if we're talking about this, the guy not only beat his own old team, he didn't only do that. He got a petty ball, more on that in a second. He's getting back at the team that cut him. And then we're also looking at the impact play, right? He helped knock the ball loose. Running back Antonio Gibson had the ball. He helped knock it loose. He jumped on it in the third quarter. And that forces Steelers' third fumble recovery of a 5-takeaway game. And here's straight from Peppers. I'm going to bask in it when asked about how he was doing after this game. I needed this one. Each and every man and coach in here had a great week of work, great prep. It feels good right now. And as former players, when you're playing former teams, that's what you want. Guess who that's from? A guy who knows a lot about that. And a guy who knows a lot about being petty. That's quarterback Aaron Rodgers. You want to make a big play. You want to make them think about what they lost. Every single week, there's a guy that's facing his former team probably, and you'd like to get the ball or to have him make some plays, but he was definitely happy in the locker room. And then Peppers, let's talk about the petty ball, right? I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but he got a game ball from Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin, and he has a habit of giving out what he calls petty game balls, and that's to players who get wins against their former teams. I absolutely love this. This is awesome. So tight end Jonnu Smith, D lineman Daniel Uquale, those were also among the former Pats that turned into Steelers that got the petty ball. So this is just awesome. Cam Hayward had this to say. We always talk about getting that petty ball. But I think when we have these guys that have played elsewhere and are welcoming themselves to the Steelers, it's really special for us to get the W for them. So Peppers given the start in the win once again. And let's kind of talk about Juan Thornhill. He was a player that's new to the team as well. And he's got to have the start over him. And I think it's really, Peppers is going to be here to stay. What a nice move by this front office, pouncing on a player becoming available, plugging him straight into this secondary, and he was really one of the differences in this game. So kind of he stood out, but there is this disparity of talent, right, between the Seahawks passing game and the Patriots passing game. You can see that. What about the level of competition, Sean? But Peppers stood out, and he's got to start moving forward over Thornhill. Far too early to tell how many years Peppers is going to be with the team, if he's going to be a mainstay. But definitely we've got him on a really economical contract for 1 year. Just an absolutely fantastic move. And he's going to finish this season still only being 30. Lots of gas left in the tank. So his coverage ability, way stronger than what had been seen for the most part by any Steelers defensive back coming into this game. And I think proactive, elevate him, start him. He must start over Thornhill. And it's going to be a beautiful sight, a sight for sore eyes, seeing him actually start opposite Elliott when he comes back this week. So another player that's been absolutely balling out in starting duty. He wasn't a starter to begin the year. That's Brandon Eccles. He absolutely salted this game away, but this defense still gave up 369 yards and allowed the Pats to go 4 of 5 on fourth down conversions. So there's still some work to do. Linebacker Patrick Queen, he didn't like this performance, even though it came in a win. This is what he had to say. I'm still teed off. I just like perfection. And I know I could have had some plays out there. I'm going to be perfect, but I strive for that. I ain't going to be perfect, but I strive for that. And any little thing is going to tee me off. Some people might say we played good. I feel like it's another step that you can take. I feel like it's a whole nother level that we could take it to, just a little bit, a little better, not much. I feel if we click on all cylinders, that team doesn't score at all. 5 takeaways. Just a really nice, a really encouraging defensive performance, and they're going to need it taking on the Minnesota Vikings in overseas. And this is one last word from Queen. We've got another notch to it, and I'm not one to cover up anything. I think that's the truth, so we just got to go out there. We did better today. I think it's, like I said, another level, so we're just trying to go out there to practice this week, get better at those things, and come back fire. You guys, I appreciate you. We are almost at 2,000 subscribers. Let's get there and push to 5,000. I need your help to do it. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Would love to have you part of this community as we grow. And I'm going to continue to be here on a daily basis with an outsider's view of your favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. You guys have been awesome, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. See ya.